Hi Libra, welcome to your reading. Just a reminder of the way that I read energy, not gender. That means anyone can show up as a king, queen, prince, princess, knight, page, emperor, empress. It's really more about the way that you are participating in the situation. If the reading resonates for you, just get in where you fit in and enjoy the reading from that perspective. Your cards are coming out and I'm smiling at them. I've already laid out the oracles for the energy of your reading, so let's go ahead and go over those. There's a lot, it's funny whenever I meet somebody that is indecisive or can't, figure out what they want to do, I always ask, are you Libra? Because that seems to be a character trait of Libras is indecision. So, and don't get mad at me, I'm a Libra moon, so I'm guilty of it at times too. But there's a lot of that going on here. There's a lot of different things that are happening here. So I'm gonna try my best to put it all together in a cohesive way. But we're starting out the reading with you being very emotional about things that you're reflecting on that have inspired you in the past. And I don't know that those things were necessarily worthy of being inspirational, but they were things that you focused on, and you're starting to really take a look at those things. Again, it might have been a Cancer, it might have been a Scorpio, just because those cards are trying to flip out really hard while I'm talking. But whatever these things were, you went back and forth about them a lot. And I will tell you that I believe you've always known what's right, that you've always known what the right thing to do is, and that you've doubted yourself in time. And that when you look back and you think about what your initial thought processes were and your initial, gut feelings about situations, you were probably right that you spent too much time going back and forth, giving other scenarios the benefit of the doubt. A lot of this can, for some of you, be rooted in some childhood issues. I'm not even going to say traumas, but I'm going to say things that you might have learned in childhood about what love looks like, what love is about. For some of you, for a lot of you, I think it was money. That gifts and things of that nature, receiving them as well as offering them, were how you show love. Yeah. Money, gifts, things, that people gave you things that they love them. If you give something to, and it doesn't even necessarily always have to be material, but something that you give too much of that leaves you feeling like this, like you no longer have enough because you gave too much. I think for a lot of you that became the way that you understood love, and that's caused a lot of problems for you. If you haven't already realized that, I hope that you can maybe consider that, think about that, and see if that's something that maybe has been an issue for you. Yeah, look at, we've got the King of Cups that's coming out with the Six of Pentacles. This is somebody getting their fair share or giving to somebody else, and then we have emotion tied to it. So even Tarot is like, no, yeah, that's right, that's what they were doing. So let's consider that first and see how that might play into relationships that you've had over time, or even relationships that you might be in right now. There's also been a lot of, I'm getting a lot of indecision, but the way that I am reading it isn't necessarily that you weren't able to make decisions, it's that you doubted yourself a lot, that there was just a lot of self-doubt that ended up causing tower moments for you a lot because of that indecision. If you are familiar with Reiki and your chakra system, you might want to work on your root chakra, on your foundation. You can do that by listening to frequencies on YouTube, by just studying your root chakra in different ways to heal it, doing a lot of grounding, eating a lot of root vegetables or red foods, things of that nature. I will tell you too that there is a lot of angelic assistance that's going on in helping you to heal this situation. But slowly you're becoming aware of it. You're starting to see things differently. And I think for a lot of you in the past that maybe you felt like a victim, and more so you're starting to realize the things that you've done that where you really aren't a victim, that you were party to whatever the bad situation was. It was just in a less aggressive way maybe than other people that were involved in it. But there were things that you could have done differently as well to where you might have had a better outcome or not have gotten stuck in a bad situation. So when I asked how Libra's doing, or asked how Libra's feeling, I got the Hierophant and the Three of Pentacles. This is a very committed to cooperating sort of energy that I'm here, I want to build with you, I want to fix it, I want to figure things out. But this is a very dedicated energy. This is somebody that's here to work together. And when I asked what the situation is, we're getting something very different where somebody's definitely made a decision to walk away. We have an air sign. This could be an Aquarius, another Libra, Gemini. But someone's made the decision to walk away from the relationship or a situation or something that had to be walked away from, left behind. And when I asked what the obstacle is there, the cards that I got 3, and the first 2 are the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Pentacles. And this is a pattern of confusion. And it's a pattern of confusion that leads to self-sabotage. Seven of Swords is a lying, cheating, thief card, but here it's coming out very much as an energy of self-sabotage, where this perceived confusion, this perceived patterns of confusion on your part, I don't think that there's really been confusion there. I think that you've doubted yourself, and so it seemed like confusion. That had you tapped into your intuition and really been more confident in what it is that you know innately, then this might not have happened to you so much. You might not have been stolen from so much. So when I ask what the energy is for you to embrace, to overcome this energy, we get the Two of Cups with the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is a very single, individual, personal, one person sort of energy, and Two of Cups is love. And this is a lot of self-love. And if you look at this guy, he looks all kinds of confident, right? He knows he can fill all 9 of those cups by himself. He's got a very cool red hat. He's got some cool shoes. He's got a fat belly. It looks like he's full. He can take care of himself. He's very abundant all on his own. He doesn't need anybody else to give him anything or to give anything to anyone else for him to be happy. And this is a very good energy to get in, whether you're single or you're in a relationship, to feel good as an independent person by yourself, to know that you're enough all on your own. And then when I ask if you are to embrace this energy successfully, what will that outcome be for you? And we get the Eight of Cups and the Eight of Swords, and this is getting away from being trapped in your mind with the Chariot and back on your life path. The Eight of Swords is very much an energy of being stuck in your head, being indecisive, feeling like you're trapped, like you can't really move, like you're stuck. And Eight of Cups is like, no, I'm out of here, I'm not doing that anymore. And then once you get into this energy of movements, well, then you just hop right into your Chariot and you boogie on down the road and get right back into your life path here. So this Chariot too is making me think that for some of you that you're moving, you might be moving to a different community, and it might have to do with a job. You might be changing jobs right now, Libra. But I think what this reading is trying to talk to you about is One, really reflecting on what you learned about what love looks like, whether or not, that means you having to receive something or give something to someone to feel loved. What it means as you relate it to material things as opposed to spiritual and emotional things. Also, really learning to trust your own intuition, to trust your ability to make decisions. We've got the Two of Swords and the Two of Wands. Oops, sorry, that just came out. And this is the inability to make a decision, and then we've got underneath that Six of Cups, getting away from that inability to make a decision, to know that you innately know what's right. Your intuition is spot on. You're very balanced in nature to begin with, just naturally. You're just naturally inclined to be that way. And that you don't need to tell yourself, well, I don't know, or I'm confused, or any of that. And to really start to build that confidence in yourself, that you know who you are. You know that your judgment is sound. Have that faith in yourself, Libra. And I think that it won't be long until you see a lot of changes in your life that you're happy to see, come to fruition. So I hope this was helpful for you. If this resonated for you and you'd like to have a personal reading, you can schedule that at thislittlelighthealing.com. I'll leave a link for that in the comments below. And if this reading resonated for you and you'd be willing to subscribe to the channel to help me build my channel, I would really appreciate that. I appreciate you tuning in for your reading, and have a great night.